Kahala, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Brakthal, Brakthal Shai, Brakthal, Brakthal Shai, Brakthal, Brakthal Shai, the water above, called Kadash. I'd like to give double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone that teaches truth, 100% truth, according to the Bible, the true word of our Lord. Do an early morning lesson on out of the Bible is going to be basically come out of Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1. And the title of this lesson will be 7 Women, 1 Man. And let's read Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of 1 man, saying, we will eat our own bread, wear our own apparel, and let us be called by thy name, and take away our reproach. And so let's look up the word reproach real quick. Just do a simple Google search. If I can do it on this phone, let me see. Word reproach. The word, what does reproach mean biblically? Disgrace, shame, righteousness, excelleth a nation, but sin is a reproach to any people. So basically she needs a man, and it has to be a righteous man, a man of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, to take away her reproach, man, her sin, her wickedness. And we know the women in society today now, our women are very wicked, man, wicked as hell, because they follow the ways of Esau Edom. They follow after the ways of their oppressor. Shalaka, hold on one second, let me turn this water off. Shalaki about that. But they follow after the ways of their oppressor, these heathens, and they live wickedly, man, in this society. Really, they live deliciously because they're able to move without, any accountability, for the wrongs and the sins that they do. Matter of fact, in the society, they reward them for going off, and that's done strategically to keep our people as a whole destroyed, because they know by attacking the women being the weaker vessel. And that's not only talk about physically, but mentally and spiritually as well. Because women, basically, she does not mature past the age of 14 on the average woman. And so her mindset is on that level of a 14-year-old. And she's caught up in her emotions, and therefore, she's not able to have the full reasoning that a man will have, because a woman, anybody that bases their opinions or things that they do off emotions, man, it's not a wise thing to do. And that's why we're supposed to, as men, we're not supposed to be caught up in our emotions when we make decisions and things of that nature. So they go after the women, knowing that she's the head of the household. They take the man out of the household, make the woman the head of the household. Matter of fact, they elevate women in the society, and they push a feminist ideology upon the women of our people. And therefore, they think they're better than a man. You often hear women say that, I have my degrees, 5 years of college, master's, doctorate, PhD. But there's a saying, you have people who's, they call them educated fools, because all it does is make them think that there's something that they're really not. Because in the whole scheme of thing, all you do is have a doctorate or a paper from Esau Edom, In the whole scheme of thing, it doesn't teach you you're supposed to raise a family, how to be a woman. And that's what this Bible does, man. This Bible breaks down how a woman's supposed to, how she's supposed to maneuver, how she's supposed to carry herself, And that goes all the way back to Eve, man. Like I said, Eve being deceived by the serpent, because he went after her being the weaker vessel. The serpent is not really a snake itself. It's representative of a snake, Esau Edom, how they move, how these other nations move. And so they attacked her, with the philosophy, that's not really eating the apple, no, not eating the forbidden fruit, but it's following after the ways of these other nations and their philosophies. And she took that back to Adam, and there began our downfall. So they attacked the black women, man. Well, you Israelite women mainly, but mainly the black women, man. The main they're the main ones that are affected by these philosophies of Esau Edom, man. You see Eve now, she don't even like the way she look now. She with a blonde wig on, trying to look like Becky. She puts the blonde wig on. She got the crazy looking eyelashes, pounds of makeup, and just making a damn fool, looking like clowns, man. They got our women, women acting and looking like clowns. And yet they put them head of everything. That's why they get the promotions at work. You find a lot of women now in the government in these high positions because they know, first of all, she's gonna do the bidding of Esau Edom, because our women, it don't take much for them to sell out. And it's not to let the men off the hook either, but they know Eve, man. Eve got a hell of a mouthpiece on her. And, they put them in these positions. They know that Eve's going to do the bidding. Eve is going to give in more easily because being the weaker vessel, like I said earlier. So we at that time now, man, where all this society is about to collapse. DJ Trump is pushing with these tariffs, and prices about to go up. A lot of women you find now being homeless. These independent women. They losing their jobs, they losing their homes, and they have them and their kids, sleeping outside, and shit's gonna get a lot harder according to the Bible. The Bible tells us that, we in that time of we approaching that time of the pale horse, man. Them seals being released, them plagues being released on the earth. And who's going to catch it the most is going to be Eve, because Eve is only set up to operate in a well-structured design system by men. Outside of that, Eve is going to catch hell, man. As long as everything is in place, she's able to call 911. She's got her electricity. She has the water. She can go out here and do a menial job, because most of these jobs they working at, they put them in positions over. Really, a man can do it, but they put Eve there because she's like an overseer, especially over you Jakes. A lot of these warehouse jobs, they're gonna promote Eve, man. They're gonna put her there because she's gonna do the bidding of these devils. But let me go ahead and finish out this lesson with these other precepts that I have. We're going to go to the Apocrypha for 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 23 through 23 through 24. And the dead shall cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. There shall be no man left to the earth and to sow it. And that when these times begin to hit, and you're talking about a time of Jacob's trouble, it's going to be hard out here. It's not going to be that soft comfort life that these women are used to being expected. She can always go call Grubhub or go to the grocery store. Mostly Eve don't cook now anyhow. They do fast food. This new generation of Eve, man, they don't cook or don't know how to cook. So it's going to be harsh out here, man. It's going to be a hard labor that's going to be out here. And in order to be able to maneuver, you're going to have to be out here trying to get it, And a lot of these women are going to find themselves vulnerable during that time, man, because the society is not going to be set up the way it is now, where it's structured. You can just call and get anything that you need at a moment's notice. And the only one that's going to be able to make it through these times is going to be the men of the Lord, man, and they're going to stand out. And that's why it talks about 7 women to 1 man, 7 meaning completion. So it can be more or less of that number. More likely it's going to be more. Going to be a lot of women out here that's going to be seeking a man of the Lord, man, that's going to be able to help them, guide them through those times, man. talking about a World War III, so that means a lot of these men gonna get drafted, and we know shit is turning up all over the world. So DJ Trump may create a draft. A lot of these men gonna be drafted, taken over there to the Valley of Jehoshaphat, and Lord said they're gonna be destroyed over there. So all hell turned loose back here. The World War III, all the men gonna be gathered up like in Ukraine. Imagine what it's like over in Ukraine. All those men, they're going by vans, snatching them up off the streets. Same as it's gonna be here. And these women not gonna have men at their disposal to use, whenever they need to have something done. And that's why I say one man is gonna be his stock is definitely going up, go up, brothers. Your stock is definitely going to go up, those of you that are in this truth. Man, that sun shining right on me. Shalakia. So your stock is definitely going to be going up real soon, man. Right now, it's like any stock, you buy in early. So these women that are not turned towards the truth, man, they still believing in the ideology of a feminist mindset here in this society. Those who haven't turned, called on the true name of the Lord, they're going to be left destitute out here, man. It's going to be all out. They're not going to be able to call 911. A lot of these men gonna get their lick back, that's been locked up or been put on child support behind these women. And it's gonna be pure holy hell on the women first. They're the main ones that's gonna catch it because they're not built to be in a not structured society. That's why you always see women flocking to the cities and all these other places of comfort. Because cities are really built for women, comfort. A man could really suffice we really don't need much, man, to survive. A man don't need a whole lot, but women like to have little comforts and things of life, things that makes it going to be a lot easier. We can just survive, just basically just some fire, camp, and we don't really need a whole lot, So let me continue on with this lesson. 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 27. So that one man shall desire to see another and hear his voice. Because it's going to be destitute out here. A lot of men are going to be dragged off the war. A lot of men are going to be in prison and taken off from out of here. A lot of men are going to be destroyed. And so you got all these women running around and not really knowing what to do, not having men there to take care or pamper to them or cater to them. And they're going to be in a world of hurt, man. Still in chapter 16, verse 33. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. Like nobody there to change the car, nobody there to change the tires on the car, change the oil, these things that, a lot of times men do for women. Matter of fact, our women just be doing too much in the society as a whole anyhow. Her main objective is not to be out here being a breadwinner and trying to compete, in this society. Her main job is to raise the family, man, to want to be a mother. A lot of these women now turn down having children because they so invested into a damn career in a society that's soon about to fail, man. Our women have been totally tricked out in this society, man. Totally tricked out of her position. Second Ezra 16, verse 71. They shall be like mad men, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. Verse 72. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Because goods are not going to be saved. that bag that they've been chasing all their life, with all their money and all that. It's not going to be able to save, because in this new society, man, money is not going to be worth anything. Your gold and your silver and all that's not going to do you any good. Your BMW or your nice house, that shit, it's not going to be able to save you in the day of the Lord's wrath, man. Especially when all hell break out, as talking about in Jacob's trouble. They shall be like mad men, sparing none. Like I said, people will be kicking in doors, taking resources. They want resources. They want women, for their pleasure, And women is going to be like another resource out here. It's like mad men, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. Verse 72, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. And the last precept, then shall they be known who are my chosen. They shall be tried as the gold in the fire. So it's going to be a trying time during that time, man. Those who know to call the name of the Lord, man, those who've been doing what the Lord has asked them to do, they're going to stand out, Then shall be known who are my chosen, the one that have faith in the Lord, did not give up, did not turn their back on the Lord, man. That's going to be that trying time, man. It's going to try your faith. But Lord will, we're able to endure during those times, man. And like I said, 7 women to 1 man. It's going to be a lot more than 7 women going to be looking for the men of the Lord, man, during that time. But yeah, it's gonna be rows of women, because right now I think it's almost like I forget what it is, but you got way more women out here than you do have men, and especially a man of the Lord. So it's gonna really be competition out here. The one thing we know about these women, man, they are hypergamous, man. They always go to whoever the higher bidder is. That's why they run to Esau Edom right now. They have no loyalty. We speaking in totalities, man. Majority of our women, they have no loyalty to anything. Especially here in Babylon the Great, those who's raised up under the whore. That's all they know is to be hypergamous. They're pretty much whores. They sell themselves out to the higher bidder. And like I said, the men of the Lord is going to stand out during that time. They're going to have resources. They're going to be able to maneuver through these wicked times that's coming. So Lord will, man, this lesson edifying. With that, say shalom.